say to me, like, aren't you scared being single in your 30s? And I'm like,
People tend to forget that men actually end up with the longer end of the stick in marriage. The happiest people on earth are married men and unmarried women. The highest rate in suicides are divorced men and married women. So if we look at these facts and statistics, it is quite obvious that women are actually very happy on their own. But society likes to keep it a secret. Why, you ask? Well, society is run by men. And they wouldn't want us to know that we're happy without them. Because men always benefit from marriage, where women not so much.
Here's my view, right? I don't really have statistics or a whole lot to back myself up. So take it with a grain of salt, right? Believe it or don't. But my point of view is, instead of believing in women's words, I rather believe in women's actions, okay? Because one, women have the highest remarried rate, okay? So I think it's funny that women have such the low end of the stick, as she wants to say it. And yet women predominantly, right, will remarry more often than men. Or just more often, or just they will remarry. Here's the thing, right? I don't say that, yes, men don't benefit from marriage. Men benefit from good marriages, definitely. Okay, because again, the hustle, the headache of the dating market, average men, okay, which is the predominant population, being in the dating market sucks for average men. Okay, it sucks. It really does. So having someone you love, cherish, want to be with, that you're happy with, is of course a great thing, an amazing thing. So most men, in my opinion, yes, they love marriage. They love, because usually they believe that they are happy with the person they picked. And to say that, yes, divorced men have one of the highest, self-deletion rate, yeah. Because again, they were supposedly happy, and then someone, a woman usually, decides to, you know what, let's destroy that happiness. So no duh. Okay? And I think she said women, saying women, married women have high self-deletion rate. I don't think so. Last I checked statistics, I've never seen that. But again, like I said, this is not backing anything up with studies or anything. But sure, whatever. If that's fine. If this is a woman that says those are true, I'll take it at face value. But again, and here's my thing, I take it by actions more than words. Women, in my opinion, predominantly choose terribly. They choose the men that they think they're settling with, or they think that they're unattracted to, or they're bored, or whatever. Okay? They're depressed about their life. They're depressed about the situation. So, to think that, okay, now women are single, that they're happier, I also think that that's a lie as well. I think the happiest, and this again is my opinion, the happiest demographic of women are the women that find the man that they love, the men that they are happy with, creating a family that they love. Right? I think those are the happiest demographic of women. Because here's the thing, the single women, they're still in the dating market. They're still looking for a man. They're still having sex with men. And here's another thing, right? To compensate for that lack of relationship, lack of a partner, a man, yes, women make it up with friendship. Women make it up with hobbies, traveling. But in my opinion, for most women, that becomes very unfulfilling very fast. Yes, they will say they're happy, but happiness is a weird thing. It's not a constant. Happiness is not a constant. You may pick the person that day, they're happy. That month, that year, whatever, that time in their life, they're happy. It's not a constant. Happiness is not a constant. So, I've seen these supposedly single women constantly complain about them not having a man, not having a husband, not having a partner, still in the dating market, complaining about men. These so-called happy single women complaining about men in the dating market, and complaining about too late to have children, all this, to focus on their career and then wonder where they went. But like I said, this is only anecdotal. This is only my personal opinion. This is how I see just throughout, right? This is what I see with a lot of women, just a lot of situations, right? Through actions more than just words. But hey, maybe I'm wrong, right? Maybe I'm wrong. I also want to say this, that men don't care, right? It is fine that women go their own way, be single, don't want to deal with men. Because statistically, in reality, there are more women than men on this earth. So, fine. Most women won't find a partner, won't be with a lifelong husband or whatever. So it's cool. Men usually, let's say, travel the world, right? Passport bros, or they divest, they find other races, whatever. So men don't really complain if women want to stay single. In my opinion, women technically, or in reality, they don't. But like I said, my
So
opinion.
this is what dinner looks like a lot of times for me, is dinner in my car, because I don't like going home and eating alone. So here it is, a Friday night, while everybody else's lives are going on and they're with their significant other. And what am I? All dressed up, having dinner in my car, alone. Yeah.
Living alone is so hard. I've lived alone since 2022. I was just in an apartment, and I bought a house in 2023, and now it's literally just me. I live alone. I work from home. I don't have a lot of friends because I did not go out when I was overweight. I did not try to socialize. Did not go out when I was overweight because I didn't. And so I have a few solid friends, but I'm just alone, all the time. And it's I just got back from vacation, and it was oh, it's such a good week with my family. And then, just being alone in this house, it just, hits that I'm, so alone. Watching my Netflix show alone, making dinner for one, getting groceries for one. Why does it hurt so bad? I wake up alone at 6:30. I don't have a typical 9 to 5. I work from home. I work from 8 to 7 because I have nothing better to do. And then when I'm not working and I have nothing to do, I can't be awake with my thoughts. I can't just sit on the couch and watch Netflix because my anxiety is so bad. So I'm let's just go to sleep. I just want to sleep all the time. This feels so wrong to share on this platform. Because of the message that I share, because I'm a coach and stuff like that, but this is I don't know, how do you deal with this? How do I be okay? Because I haven't been okay for a long time. Okay, gotta stop.
I actually, on her video, I said she was strong. She was amazingly strong. For that line, I think one of the most weakest women are the strong, independent women. I've learned that over the years. Because women like this, they don't lie. They're not lying to themselves. They're not lying to the world. Where it is lonely. It is hard. It is not something that people want. I always think that, you know what? I mean, if you want it, good for you. But I honestly believe that's a rare breed. It is it's so crushing. It's tiring to be alone, right? It is. I always think that, the true strength is admitting the soul crushing loneliness, admitting that you don't want to be alone, right? Admitting that I hate being alone. It's terrible, right? I mean, I'm content. I can deal with it. That's the difference, right? I can deal with the loneliness, right? It's I can't force a woman to be with me, but I don't like to be alone. I don't want to be alone, right? I want to be in a relationship. I want to be in a committed relationship because, like her, right? You go home to an empty house. You're talking to yourself, right? Your friends, at the end of the day, they will have their own life. You can't expect your friends to always be there when you want them to be there. They will have their own life to live. But usually, it's the person that loves you, the one, your partner, would be there when you need them. That's how it works. That's how it should be. I've been you can make the money, you can go on these trips, you can have these fun experiences, but sharing it with nobody, that is sad, in my opinion, right? There's, like I said, there's plenty of people who supposedly happy being alone, fine with being alone. They go on trips, they do these things being alone. Okay, But personally, I believe those are a lie. I believe it's either a lie or it's rare. You are a nominee or whatever, right? Because people go insane being alone. People go insane being confined, right? People go insane like on islands and shit like that because loneliness is very debilitating. And women like this who shows her true vulnerability, right? I commend it because you're not lying. You're not, oh, I'm strong, independent. I don't need no man. And yet, you know what? Your body count is in the hundreds, right? You're a single baby mom because you've been with men, right? You have sex with plenty of men. You just don't commit to men. But it's fine to have children by men you don't commit to. The insanity, the hypocrisy, right? Saying you don't need no man, yet you give your body to so many men. Amazing. It's amazing to me that you don't need no man, yet you complain about dating this man, dating that man, complaining about men. All men are shitty, all men are cheaters, all men are liars. Well, you complain about men, but yet you don't need them, right? You don't date them, or do you? I mean, that's the thing. That's the hypocrisy where I believe it's a lie. A lot of this stuff is a lie. It's that you want to lie to yourself and lie to the world, right? You don't want to, and I get it, right? You don't want to be vulnerable, right? Saying that it's hurt, it's painful, right? Going through these breakups, being alone, it's painful. But it's like these are the points where it's not the worst thing to be vulnerable because you show other people that it's okay. It's okay to be vulnerable. I hate being alone. I don't like being alone. I think that's pretty much my only fear in life is being alone. You know, so it's not something that I want to scream to a rooftop. I don't need no woman. All women are crappy. I want to be by myself. No, I don't. Right? I don't. I just think that we should not lie to ourselves. Right? Being strong, independent is very lonely. It's shitty. No one wants that. But maybe some people do, I guess. I just think that women like this, right, it's very commendable. I commend women like this. That women like this, in my opinion, show true strength. Because if you can show vulnerability, I commend it. That is very strong instead of being boastful, thinking you're strong, independent. But you're really not. It's a shield. It's a wall. So, and women like this that let down their walls, I commend it.
All these men in my comments are telling me I'm going to die alone surrounded by cats. You sure about that, sir? You sure about that?
I think it's funny when women say to not objectify them, but they're the first one to objectify themselves. She's pretty much saying that all she's worth is her body, right? She ain't gonna die alone, but she got a good looking body, so men will want her for her body, right? I said this before, the issue is not about dying alone. It's about you're not gonna find the men that you want to commit to you long term. I've said this before, women will find men. There will always be men that want you, right? Especially she has a nice body, men will want to hit that. But will you find the men that you want to want you long term? That's the key. That's the thing where you will die alone because you can't find the men that you want to be with you faithfully. That's the thing when you will die alone with a bunch of cats, right? And again, like I was saying, it's just the insanity of that. And it's funny that you just pretty much base yourself, or all you have is your body. That's why you won't die alone. So no duh. See, this is the thing where women tell themselves. So that's what you will get, right? Men that just want you for your body. Yeah, that's of substance. And no duh. That's why you will die alone. Because again, you are only attracting men because you are a sexual object. That is your worth. And again, not because I'm saying it, she's saying it herself. She's showing herself. Why would she die alone? Because look at this body. Men wants it, right? So you are pretty much a sexual object that men want. But this is the thing where women are confused about. Men wanting you for sex and men being faithful to you for long-term commitment is two different things, okay? Two different things. And this is where women fail at because they combined it. They do not think it is two different things. They think, oh, men want to have sex with me, so obviously I won't have a problem with finding a faithful man. That's idiotic, okay? That is idiotic. And like I said, this is the problem where women don't understand that you are having an issue of finding the men that you want. There's no issue. I've said this before. No matter if a woman's old, young, pretty, ugly, fat, skinny, whatever, they won't have a problem with finding men to want them, to want to have sex with them, to hell, even want to be in a relationship with them. They won't have a problem with that. What they will have a problem with is finding the men that they want to commit to them long term. That is it, okay? And because you can't find the men that you want, there's a high likelihood that you won't settle for any other man. So, essentially, you will die alone with cats. Cats or dogs. Yeah.
This bitch was just chasing me around, thinking I'm cheating, bro. This bitch was chasing my car, thinking I'm cheating, bro. This bitch just shot my windows. Shot both my windows out, bro. Talking about I'm cheating. I'm in the car with a whole nigga. And I just crashed and told him my shit. And told him how much fucking money into this car, bro. This bitch thinking I'm cheating. I'm in the car with a nigga the whole time, bro. This bitch just shot at my fucking car, bro. This made me crash, bro. I just told him my fucking car.
This is why I always believe that, like, women, for good men, women will always be your biggest weakness. That's the thing, right? Where I definitely promote men to, we have to have a bit more, some discernment, you know? Pick better. If we believe that we are the prize or that we should be the prize, we can't be picking these women that are unstable. That haven't proven themselves. Now, what do they bring to the table? That's the thing. This is insane. This is insane that this man had to deal or was dealing with someone that was unstable. And this is the thing where women like this are dangerous. Not just she could have killed him, which is insane. She could have put him into other situations that will make it dangerous for him. Right? What if, and this is, women have done this countless times, like call their father, their brothers, their friends, their uncles, their cousins, whatever, to jump into something that's private. That's the thing where you don't understand that women are, those are the ways that women can put a man's life on the line. That's the things where women don't protect men and they actually endanger men's lives. It is insane. I really feel bad for this man who he just picked a really unstable woman. And you and this is the thing, man. Maybe, right? Maybe you was, like I was probably saying, like, pick better, but that is also very hard for men. Because even a good woman can be, let's say, if she's in her emotions, she can be unstable. She can act out. Because I've dated good women that were really just upstanding. They were just things that I would consider good. Very feminine, very respectful. But everyone's human. And for women, especially when they are controlled by their emotions, they will act out. And this is a thing that society lets women act within their emotions, right? Be emotional. Go crazy because of your emotionals. And a lot of times men will feel the blunt of that emotional instability. So yeah, I will say because for shitty men, they don't care. They will play women and move on. But for good men, women will be their weaknesses. Women will be your weakness, will be what endangers your life or ruins your life. We gotta, this is one of the things why men ask what women bring to the table. Because shit like this, it's costly. It cost him his car and could have cost him his life. So yes.
What was the worst date you've been on?
Oh, some guy had invited me to dinner. We're having dinner at the hotel that he was staying at. And we're having a good time. And afterwards, he was like, oh, come back to my room. And I'm like, no, I just met you. It's our first date. So he's like, all right, fine. So he calls me an Uber. I'm on my way home. And like while I'm in the car, he like cancels my Uber. This was like back when like you could cancel Ubers while you're in it. And I'm like, hey, like my Uber said it's like canceled. And he was like, yeah, I'm getting another Uber for a bitch that's down. So that was like, well, I don't know if you can say bitch. But yeah.
What?
Yeah. That was the worst thing.
Yeah.
First, I want to say that no man is owed a woman's body. But on the same token, no woman is owed men's money. Okay? That's the fact. And a lot of men are waking up to the fact that dating is just one-sided. What do men get out of it? Because obviously he didn't enjoy the date that much. For the amount he spent, he didn't enjoy it that much. And this is the thing what women don't understand. A lot of men are seeing that the amount, that effort that men have to... And here's the thing. Technically, she said that she was having a good time. So really, it wasn't a bad date. It ended bad, right? So she said the whole date was bad. But technically, what she said was she was having a good time. And then it just ended because he canceled her Uber that he paid for. Most likely, he paid for Uber for her to get there. Got paid for an Uber for her to go. Paid for the date. And also try to push the date along. But all that is that he still felt like she wasn't that interesting. She look at this, right? Most men would think that they would not give up on a good woman. So during that date, she didn't show the value in her. For the amount of money or effort that he put into the date, he didn't see that return. So yes, I'm not saying that he was owed a woman's body, but even her personality wasn't that great, right? What she gave him on that date, it didn't equal the money. And a lot of men are seeing that, you know what? When you're starting out, when you're dating a woman, there's very little return. Conversations men have to push along, or men are the ones have to, think about the conversations. Not just saying like gotta pay for Uber rides, gotta pay for the date itself, gotta think of the experience or think of what date to take them on. And then on the date, men get what? Women aren't that interesting then sometimes, right? Or they don't make it interesting, make him want her, right? Because the date, she was very one-dimensional, shit like that. And also, a lot of women, they stack dates, right? A date one man this day, date another man next day. So really, they don't bother about putting effort in because on to the next. So a lot of men know that. So it's a poor investment, especially the beginning of dates with women. It's a poor investment. A lot of men are waking up to it, and I say good on him that he canceled that ride, so he didn't have to deal with it because it wasn't worth the investment.